JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Double murder and arson in Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are investigating a case of double murder and arson in Williamsfield on Tuesday morning. The deceased are 56-year-old Marlene Daly Hall and Kirk Hall, both Higglers of Content District. It's reported that about 5:30, residents heard explosions coming from the couple's house, followed by a fire. The police and the fire brigade were alerted. During the cooling down exercise, the charred remains of the couple were found at the back of the house. Both had bullet wounds to their upper bodies. The police say several spent casings were found at the scene. Man facing robbery charges killed in St. Anne. A man was before the court on several charges linked to a robbery, was killed on Monday at his home in Claremont, St. Anne. The man, 32-year-old Orland Pennant of Coulthard Grove, was reported to the Claremont police station as condition of bail. It's reported that about 3 p.m., two men armed with handguns entered the premises and asked for Pennant. He was then shot multiple times. The gunmen fled the scene. INDECOM not probing cop in hair grabbing video. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, says it has not received any complaints and is currently not conducting a probe following the release of a video showing a dispute between a woman and a police officer. The video, which has gone viral on social media, shows the officer holding the woman by her hair while the woman holds and pulls the officer's clothes. From the video, it appears that the officer given the woman an order. The woman is then seen resisting attempts to get into the police vehicle. The incident occurred on Monday, June 17, 2024. INDECOM's Assistant Commissioner, Hamish Campbell, said he had seen the video but was not conducting a probe. I have seen the video, and many of us in the Commission have, and it is something which is circulating, as you say, on social media, but we have not received any formal complaint from the lady who has been arrested and put in the police car, Campbell said. Official reports from the police said a team from the Spanish Town Police Station responded to a call from a primary school administrator requesting assistance to remove a disruptive parent from the school compound. The police allege that despite multiple attempts by officers to engage the individual peacefully, the situation escalated, resulting in the individual's arrest and subsequent charges, including assaulting police officers and resisting arrest. In response to the incident, the police are reminding all members of the public of the importance of cooperating with police during any interaction, especially during an arrest. The Jamaica Constabulary Force noted that under Section 15 of the Constabulary Force Act, the police are given the authority to arrest individuals without a warrant if they are found committing an offense or if the officer has reasonable grounds to suspect that an individual has committed or is about to commit an offense. The JCF said in these circumstances, it is important to remain calm and comply with police instructions. St. Andrew man killed at gas station on Mannings Hill Road. A man was fatally shot as he sat in his car at a gas station at the intersection of Mannings Hill Road and Border Avenue Monday night. The deceased has been identified as 34-year-old John Lee of a Hollywood Drive address in Havendale. The St. Andrew North Police said Lee had a gunshot wound to the head and was pronounced dead at hospital. The incident occurred shortly after 10 o'clock. Business operators reported hearing two explosions in quick succession. It is understood that a gunman approached Lee's car from a vehicle parked on Border Avenue. He reportedly fired at Lee, then escaped in the waiting vehicle. The police say they are continuing with their investigations as they seek to establish a motive for the killing. Judge says Kartel's retrial decision to be handed down no later than July. Acting Director of Public Prosecutions, Claudia Thompson, says Vybz Kartel and his co-accused should not escape justice due to a technical blunder. She was making her closing arguments on the final day of the retrial hearing ordered by the Privy Council on March 14, 2024. Thompson told the court that based on the seriousness of the offense, the strength of the case, the public interest around the case, and the availability of witnesses, a retrial should be ordered. According to Thompson, there are sufficient safeguards available in the criminal justice system to afford Kartel and his co-accused a fair retrial. She argued that the ordeal suffered by the accused persons is not a sufficient argument to prevent a retrial. Accused persons always suffer an ordeal. Retrial is always an ordeal. In fact, a trial is an ordeal, Thompson said. She further argued that the criminal justice system has safeguards, so post-trial and pre-trial publicity around the matter should not be a heavy factor in deciding whether or not there should be a retrial. Thompson told the court that the appellants can still get a fair hearing by an independent and impartial jury and said there's a wide range of remedies adequate to address the constitutional breach. In responding to the Crown's presentation, Defense Attorney Isaac Buchanan argued that the only appropriate response from the criminal justice system is to enter an acquittal to prevent further constitutional breaches against Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. Criticizing the Crown's presentation, Buchanan said that in the absence of case law, the prosecutors have not gone beyond the surface of the matter to address breaches and other issues that need to be considered should the court order a retrial. Buchanan further told the court that the prosecution has not demonstrated how they'll mitigate ordeals or breaches, adding that the uncertainty of sustaining or continuing the breach elevates the breach. He noted that the defendants remain blameless as it relates to constitutional breaches, particularly the time that has elapsed between the offences and retrial. Buchanan pointed to a popular culture reference, drawing parallels to Lady Whistle Down in the Netflix series Bridgerton, which is an unregulated source of gossip in society and whose opinions and views hold great value. Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop chastised the parallel, saying, "You should have brought Gossip Girl too." Buchanan, however, finished his comparison, noting that Politics Watch serves as Jamaica's very own Lady Whistledown in that it has great influence over the population's views and serves as a media outlet that cannot be regulated by the court, which poses a threat. Meanwhile, Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop says the decision on whether or not to retry Vybz Kartel and his co-accused will come no later than July, when the court term is scheduled to end. Addressing the court, MacDonald Bishop said, "Now the hard work is to begin." MacDonald Bishop told the court that the question of a retrial is never an easy matter, especially when a serious offense has been committed and a lengthy time has passed. "You have given us a lot to think about," she continued, adding that the court is mindful of all issues, especially Kartel's health concerns. She said the decision will be handed down no later than the end of the term in July. Kartel, Sean Storm, Kahira Jones, and Andrew St. John were charged with the September 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop, along with Justices Paulette Williams and David Fraser, will decide the case. Bail extended for St. Catherine-based pastor charged with child abuse. Bail was to the extended for St. Catherine-based pastor who is accused of using his fist to punch his 7-year-old stepson repeatedly. Pastor Kyle Campbell of the Greater Miracle Worship Center in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, is charged with child abuse. He is to reappear before the parish court on July 5. The police indicated to the court that the mother of the child is to be charged with aiding and abetting. Allegations outlined in court are that on May 13, the accused went to the complainant's school and used his fist to hit the child in the chest and shoulders repeatedly. The matter was reported to the Spanish Town Police, and following an investigation, the accused was held at a church service on May 20. He was subsequently charged and granted station bail in the sum of $100,000 with a surety. Roadblock mounted over police killing of Manchester teen. Placard bearing residents of Barrett Peace blocked a section of the Kendall Main Road in Manchester on Tuesday, 2 days after the fatal shooting of 14-year-old Michael Simpson by the police. The residents used stones and debris to mount roadblocks. Simpson's aunt, Ingrid Brooks, said the teen and his 20-year-old brother tried to elude the police in a Toyota Mark X as the older sibling doesn't have a driver's license.
They kill me baby innocent. Kill me baby son innocent. 14-year-old, he no do nothing. And they just kill him like that. I just this that.
Father's Day, you kill him, the man picking it, and that's the gift you give in father. Police give the man him Father's Day killing. No man, it can't have to stop. It has to stop.
They came down here and they saw the police and they turned and went back up the highway to go to Williamsfield, and the police intercepted them at the railway station in Williamsfield. They did not run them down to go up there. So I don't see how it was a shootout and a chase. And yes, they were trying to elude the police because the driver did not have a license. That is the only thing they're guilty of. The 14-year-old that was killed, he was killed with 3 plates of food in his lap and a foil with pork in it. They were taking up dinner for their dad. So I don't see how there was a shootout. How come there was a gun in the car and they just left the house, no gun in the car, and they say it was a shootout? That is not possible.
Justice! We want 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 justice! Honest say he is for prosperity. Kendall, Barrack Peace, a theme territory. And if he not come, if he can't talk to me, if he make me hear, what am I going to do for the 14-year-old because of prosperity, the police them kill. If he not come, make sure Kendall I got turn PMP territory. Tell him say I'm worker and I'm supervisor. Tell him send the message to him. The Kendall, Manchester.
Senior Cop apologizes for labeling some licensed farm holders as cowards. A senior officer attached to the St. Catherine North Police Division has issued an apology after labeling some licensed farm holders as cowards during a St. Catherine Municipal Corporation meeting last Thursday. Deputy Superintendent of Police Paul Bernard made the comment in response to concerns about a flare-up of deadly violence in Commodore, Banbury and the Treadways in St. Catherine.
What are you to look for, Miss Murphy? They'll see you and video you. But they see the criminals, they say, I'm the G that man. Because he can buy my room and go. Coward. A lot of us are cowards. Even firearm holders inside here. Most of you are cowards. Cowards. And I'll stand here and say that. Tell me when last year a firearm holder show somebody. A lot of you are cowards, man. Firearm holders inside here and then go knock up their car. A lot of you are cowards. Gonna leave the fight to police alone.
But the Jamaica Constabulary Forces High Command has signaled its disapproval of the senior lawman's statement, distancing itself from DSP Bernard's remark in which it also called for increased community policing. During a recorded apology on Monday afternoon, DSP Bernard said his comment did not align with the JCF's ideologies.
I am Paul Bernard, a Deputy Superintendent of Police attached to the St. Catherine North Division. Through this medium, I would like to extend my deepest apologies for the comments I made at the recent meeting of our municipal corporation. The statements were inappropriate and do not reflect the values and standards upheld by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I recognize that my remarks were an error in judgment and were not in line with the principles of stakeholders' engagement that we, as members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, are committed to. As a 38-year advocate of community-based policing, I am deeply sorry for any distress or harm my words may have caused to the community, my colleagues, and the wider public. The success that the St. Catherine North Division, and by extension the wider JCF, has been able to achieve have come through building effective partnerships between the police and our citizen groups. My comments were not reflective of the transformation in quality that we have engaged in. So I fully understand the gravity of my actions, and I'm prepared to face the consequences determined by the Jamaica Constabulary Force High Command. I am committed to learning from this experience and ensure that such behavior is never repeated. Once again, I offer my sincere apology and ask for your understanding and forgiveness.
JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.